name's Sarah Lazzaro, and the focus of my inquiry was balancing the need for portable power sources with their environmental impact in a more sustainable way. The worldwide need for batteries continues to increase, but little progress has been made in Australia to address their negative environmental footprint. The focus of my inquiry was identifying how consumers can make a more sustainable choice when it comes to batteries. And as my research progressed, I was able to compare Australia with other countries such as Switzerland, where according to the Australian Battery Recycling Initiative, the battery recycling rates are 70% in comparison to Australia's low 4%. I chose this topic as, despite being a conscientious consumer, I am currently unsure of where to dispose of batteries in Melbourne, and the data indicated that I am not alone. Information regarding battery recycling or battery disposal is not common knowledge, with 94% of households disposing of batteries into the general waste cycle. As part of my inquiry, I examined reasons behind this. I began the inquiry process by conducting a search on Google. However, searching this way was too broad and did not offer many peer-reviewed journal articles. Thankfully, my tutor made me aware of Google Scholar, which opened up some useful scientific journal articles. The most relevant and concise information, though, was found by including Switzerland in the search criteria in Google, and I was able to compare the differences between current legislation within Europe and Australia. The outer covering of the batteries often corrode in landfill, allowing the toxic materials that were contained within to leach out, polluting the soil and water. The negative impact is not limited to the surrounding area of the waste site, but has the potential to impact the health of everyone through the bioaccumulation of heavy metals into the food chain, with the increasing demand for batteries meaning an estimated 264 million batteries reach their end of life each year. Continuing to dispose of batteries into landfill rather than removing and reusing the valuable metals is unsustainable. Whilst batteries have increasingly been made from less hazardous materials over the last few decades, they still contain many rare earth metals that are not only finite, but negatively impact the environment at all stages of their life. Research is underway to replace some of the heavy metals with more sustainable alternatives, including the plant extract purpurin. Whilst new technologies are being developed, they are very much in the early stages of possibility. The process of battery recycling can be performed in a number of ways, but hydrometallurgy is currently the most efficient and environmentally friendly battery recycling technique. The quality and quantity of recovered materials seems to vary depending on the recycling process and the actual plant itself, as does the environmental impact. However, research overwhelmingly shows that recycling batteries does have a positive effect on the environment. It seems that the negative environmental impact of batteries will continue unless there is a concerted effort to raise public awareness. Best practice examples from Switzerland and Ireland highlight the positive impact of setting out clear guidelines for battery stewardship. The economic viability of the recycling process relies on a large volume of product, which is guaranteed through public policy. In Australia, the low volume of product at this stage makes it impossible to cover the costs involved in collecting and reprocessing. This issue has access points across every year level. However, looking at the key criteria, I thought it connected best with Grade 4. Within the classroom, we can conduct an inquiry starting with an investigation into finite and infinite resources. We can look at the increase in battery usage over the last decade and use it to make predictions about the availability of resources in the future if we continue our low rate of recycling. The children can investigate whether there are battery collection points in their area, and if not, we can look at setting up a battery recycling program at the school. This enables children to see how they can create change in the community by becoming informed.